How's it going, boys? So, as you can tell by the title, we've got a FIFA 21 ratings predictions. We're doing Man United, obviously, today. And I sort of messed up a little bit when making these graphics. I didn't take into account the webcam, so you're just going to have to bear with me. We'll obviously go over it anyway. But yeah, as you can tell by the title, we're doing Man United today. Any sort of teams you want me to do predictions on, leave them in the comments below. I'm gonna try and get some of these out quite regularly up until sort of when we get the official sort of ratings. But start we have Brown and Williams now. I don't think he's gonna push to a gold non-rare, but I feel like a +5 from a 66 to 71 would probably be realistic. He played 33 games, and in the 33 games he featured in, he ended up keeping 18 clean sheets from the left back. And he also played right back a few times as well. Got a goal as well, obviously against Sheffield United. But yeah, this was the first sort of card. We're going to go from lowest sort of overall to highest, or you'll get the sort of gist of it as we go along. But I feel like a +5 to a 71 would kind of be a fair upgrade. I sort of did +7 defending, +6 physical, and just bits and bobs there, and he deserves a 5-star weak foot as well. But yeah, and then the next player we've got is, so next up we've got Luke Shaw, obviously another left back. I feel like he didn't have too bad of a season, to be honest, so I gave him a +1 with sort of little upgrades here and there. Maybe +1 pace, +2 defending, +1 physical. That's like the small upgrades. But like I was saying, especially since the restart as well, he's been playing really well. Obviously, I'm recording this before Europa League, so anything could happen there. But yeah, honestly, I feel like he deserves at least to an 82, at least, maybe even pushing an 83. I think he had a pretty solid season. As you can see, 33 games played, 15 clean sheets when he featured. And got 1 goal as well. But honestly, I feel like even though he's not, I don't think this card would still be amazing in FIFA. It wouldn't be an awful starting left back, but there'll obviously be far better options. But in terms of the links, a lot of people like to go to that Premier League. If you want to maybe link into like a Rashford or something like that, who's featuring obviously in here. I did try and do quite a few Man United players. To feature in this video. Obviously, I can't do the whole squad, otherwise we'd be here for like 30 minutes. But yeah, Luke Shaw, 82, I feel like that'd be pretty deserved. So next up, we've got Eric Bailly now. It's nothing obviously against Bailly. I feel like he's been hard done by a lot with the injuries, obviously. And when he has played, he's been alright, he's been decent, but I just feel it's such an EA sort of thing to do, whereas when someone's injured, just to downgrade him. So I just gave him a -1 and knocked a few of each stat. But yeah, like I said, he only played 9 games this season, so I mean, I feel like a downgrade just -1 would be reasonable. Anything more, I feel like that'd be pretty harsh. But he's always one of them decent centre-backs at the start of getting. Was it FIFA 17? Amazing card. Such a good card, wasn't he, back in them days? But I feel like he's slowly but surely falling off. Hopefully, though, next season, injuries don't stop him from playing. So up next, we've got WAN-BISSAKA. Honestly, in my opinion, best fullback in the league in terms of defensively. I think I saw a stat, he had like the most tackles this season or something like that in the Premier League. By the way, these stats are for all competitions, not just the Premier League. I mean, I gave him a +4. Now, I feel like that could probably be maybe a +3, maybe to like an 82. But I went with the +4 because he has got an 84 in form, and then obviously the 19 this season. And honestly, I feel like the 83 would be deserved. And I'm basing this off the fact that Trent will probably get an upgrade as well. And obviously, I know the Trent WAN-BISSAKA debate. It's all preference, really, isn't it? At the end of the day, and it's all systematic. Whoever plays best in the systems, they're going to obviously be better. If you put WAN-BISSAKA in Liverpool's system and Trent in Man United, they'd be 2 completely different players. Well, they are 2 completely different players, if you get what I mean. But yeah, played 44 games, 17 clean sheets, and I honestly feel like the +4 would be pretty deserved. So here we got Scott McTominay. I gave him a +2. Honestly, again, I feel like this is pretty deserved. He's not really going to be a card what's amazing on FIFA just because of the pace and stuff. But he played 35 games, he got 5 goals, 1 assist. Honestly, I probably should have boosted the shooting up a little bit more to maybe 70, 71, 72. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be a great card next year, but I feel like the +2 would be deserved. He's been pretty solid this year, especially when Pogba was out, and he was, you know, and before he injured and stuff like that, he was actually playing really well. So yeah, I think a +2 would be pretty deserved. Right, and so another midfielder we've got, Nemanja Matic. Now, I didn't give him an upgrade or a downgrade. We just sort of gave him less pace, a little bit less shooting, but, you know, boost up his passing and his defending a tiny bit. Honestly, I feel like he should probably just stay at an 81. He's been fantastic, especially since the restart. He's been phenomenal. But honestly, I don't think he's been good enough to get the upgrade all season. But I feel like he's one of them players which does so much which goes unnoticed. It's more like he reminds me like another player who was similar in what they done and wasn't noticed is like a Michael Carrick sort of player. Obviously, I'm not saying Matic plays like Carrick. I'm just saying what they do goes unnoticed. But honestly, like, this card wouldn't be good for FIFA anyway. But yeah, I don't think he deserves a downgrade or an upgrade. So we've got Fred. Obviously, he was a 79 on FIFA 20 even. I've given him a +2. I feel like the +2 would be deserved. Honestly, and if he gets a card like that for the start of the game, that'd be a very, very solid all-round card. He played 45 games, got 2 goals, 4 assists, and honestly, he did a lot, especially when Pogba was out injured and before Bruno. I feel like Fred really took it to the next level this season in terms of proving people wrong. Because obviously that first season he was pretty shocking. But yeah, this season I feel like he's been decent. A +2 I feel like would be deserved. I can't see any higher. Maybe an 82 at a push. But honestly, I feel like an 81 would be pretty deserved. So next up we got IGHALO. Honestly, again, 77. I kept him at a 77 for 21. And I honestly don't feel like he deserves an upgrade or a downgrade. Since he's came in, he's just been all right, hasn't he, off the bench and stuff. Especially, you know, Europa League, he got the goals and stuff. As you can see, 17 games played or appearances even, 5 goals, 1 assist. I think 77 is pretty fair. I can't see him going up. I can't see him going down. Maybe just a tweak the stats here and there. You know, maybe -1 pace, +2 shooting, for example, is what I've done here. And then, you know, most of the other stats will probably end up staying the same even. But yeah, I don't think he deserves to really go up or get an upgrade or a downgrade. So here we got Dean Henderson now. We're not really sure what's going to happen with the goalkeepers in terms of they're going to use De Gea or Dean Henderson or what's going to happen. But I've included him, obviously, as a United player. Not sure why it says +1. I've given him a +6. I feel like that's pretty deserved. An 81, I feel like, because obviously he had a very good season. 39 appearances, 14 clean sheets, obviously across all competitions. I think he kept 13 or something like that in the league, but I can't really remember. I've given him, you know, slight upgrades, like, well, pretty big upgrades actually. Now I look at it again, I feel like he'd be a decent little starting keeper maybe, but again, I'm not too sure. Obviously, I've made him a gold rare as well. He was a non-rare last year. But +6, I feel like that's pretty deserved. He's had a very good season. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with if they're going to use him or De Gea or what. Like I said, what's going to happen with it. And speaking of De Gea, we're giving him a -1. Now, personally, I love David De Gea, man. He's for what he's done for United over the last, you know, couple years, you know, well, decade essentially. He's been phenomenal. Honestly, from where he started to where he got to, you know, the highlight probably that Arsenal game, the amount of saves and, you know, all of that stuff, just phenomenal. But he has made quite a few errors, especially since the restart, and hurts to downgrade him. 41 games he played, 16 clean sheets. But I basically just knocked one off every one of his stats and given him an 88. I feel like it'd be harsh if they downgrade him to an 87 or 86. But I wouldn't be surprised if he drops to an 88, if I'm honest. But still, it'd be a very good keeper. This year, David De Gea is my favourite goalkeeper on FIFA 20. I think it's to save with feet or something. Honestly, he's just phenomenal. But yeah, I still think it'd be a very good card going into next year. So here we got a big upgrade now. I've given Mason Greenwood a +10. I mean, I feel like he deserves it personally. I mean, he could maybe even be higher than 77, but maybe that's just my Man United bias. I feel like he deserves a lot better than a 67 though. So that's why I put him at a 77 right wing. I feel like that'd be kind of fair. Personally, 5-star weak foot obviously as well, and I think that'd be a pretty solid starting card as well, to be fair. But again, it all depends how the game ends up playing. Obviously made 49 appearances, got 19 goals and 5 assists, which is just insane for a player at his age, especially considering a lot of them have been substitution appearances. And again, since the restart, he's been phenomenal, hasn't he? I mean, it'll be interesting to see if he does anything in Europa League, which might even boost his rating a little bit more. But I feel like a +10 would be sort of fair, but like I said, maybe that's just my Man United bias coming out. Daniel James is one I'm not too sure about, because the 77 rated card which is on the left, his FIFA 21 even, was upgraded, wasn't he? It was a 74 silver at the start of the game. So this upgrade to a 77 I think would be fair, but I wouldn't be surprised if they then upgrade him to a 78 next year. He hasn't been amazing since that upgrade, to be fair, but I still think he's deserving of at least a 78. Obviously, just but his stats I feel like is just raw pace. Can't really shoot, can't really pass, but just that raw pace, just run down the wing. Like I said, 44 games played, or 44 appearances even, 4 goals, 7 assists. Might not be a bad little card for a start squad, if I'm honest, but obviously we'll see what his rating looks like. Now, moving on to one of the centre-backs, we've got Victor Lindelof. I've given him +1. Again, he's been solid. Not fantastic, but solid. I gave him a +1, like I said. 81 on FIFA 20, 82. I feel like that'd be sort of fair sort of rating. Played 45 games, or made 45 appearances even. I keep saying that. Got 1 goal and got 18 clean sheets. Honestly, again, if that 82 rated card wouldn't be a bad starting centre back. Bad centre back for a starting squad. 75 pace, 75 dribbling, and he's pretty agile. 83 defending, 79 physical. I think the physicality is a bit low for a centre back, but it'll be at the start of the game again, won't it? So he should be all right. But yeah, honestly, if he gets that +1, I think it's deserved even, and I think it should happen. But yeah, let's move on to his centre-back partnership, Harry Maguire, or centre-back partner even, Harry Maguire. Here he is then, slab it. So I've given him a +2, and my reasoning behind this is, if you look at his special cards on FIFA, his highest rated, which isn't a team this season, is his 87 man of the match. And personally, I don't think he's had a bad season. As you can see, 52 games played, 3 goals, 23 clean sheets. I feel like he's completely changed the defence. Obviously, in recent weeks, especially towards the end of the season, he did do a few mistakes, and there were a few questionable moments. But I feel like he's been solid throughout the year. And I feel like an 84 would be a deserved upgrade even. 86 physicality, 84 defending. But no matter what upgrade, no one's really going to use him. He's just too slow. He's just too slow for FIFA, and he turns like a truck. But again, who knows what's going to happen next year? I can only go off what the current game's like, can't we? Yeah, I thought a +2 would be pretty deserved. Now, one of the big downgrades even, Jesse Lingard. I've given him a -4 from an 82 to a 78. Played 38 games, got 3 goals, 2 assists. Now, he has had a very hard year, very tough year. Do feel for him a little bit, but I feel like his time's up, especially with Bruno coming in. I feel like, he wouldn't be a bad little squad player, I don't think, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go in the summer. I feel like a -4 would probably be deserved. I don't think he really deserves the 82. I mean, the fact I've put him on the same level as, well, what, one below or one above Greenwood, obviously, I mean, even then that doesn't sit right. I feel like Greenwood should be higher rated, but I'm just going off, you know, I'm trying to be realistic with these, sort of, see how accurate we can be when the game actually drops or these ratings come out. But yeah, I feel like a +4 would be pretty deserved. But yeah, I think we've only got the big players left, and there's some questionable decisions I feel like I've made with regards to ratings. Let me know in the comments below what you think these ratings should be. Yeah, let's get on to the next player. So Anthony Martial, I've given him a +2, and obviously he was a left wing on FIFA 20. I've moved him to the striker role, and this card I feel like would be phenomenal. Obviously, I think it was FIFA 17 Martial was just amazing. This season, in 45 appearances, he got 22 goals, 11 assists. And honestly, his goal against Bournemouth, what a finish that was. But yeah, I've given him +2 pace, +4 shooting. I feel like that's sort of deserved for the 22 goals. Just +1 passing, +3 dribbling, +1 defending, but I wouldn't be surprised if it stays the same. And +3 physical. I feel like that'd be a pretty deserved upgrade, especially to the 85. I feel like he's been very good this season. And what's it called? Him and Rashford, I feel like them two have just been phenomenal. And we'll get on to Rashford in just a sec. Right then, so here's Rashford. I also made him an 85. Obviously converted him. He was a striker on FIFA 20 to a left wing. I feel like he'd be on 21. Well, should be on 21. 42 games, 22 goals, 10 assists. Obviously, just 1 assist less than Martial. Giving him +3 pace, +3 shooting, +1 passing, +1 dribbling, same defending, and +2 physical. +2 I feel like would be a deserved upgrade. He's been very good this season. Especially down that left-hand side, and probably his free kick accuracy should be up there after that free kick against Chelsea. What a strike that was. Yeah, I feel like a +2 would be pretty deserved. I can't really see it going any higher. I feel like if he was to get 86, 87, 88, have to do it consistent during the start of next season, and maybe get a winter upgrade or something. But yeah, I feel like an 85 would be pretty fair. So here we have Paul Pogba. Literally didn't change a thing. I feel like they shouldn't really change a thing. 19 games, 1 goal, 4 assists. Now, I mean, I think he should be higher rated anyway. But I don't think he's obviously had injuries this season, and I think it would be unfair to downgrade him. But because when he has played, he's played very well, and he's essentially made the team tick, especially before Bruno got there. Without him, we looked lost at times. But I feel like that would be, I feel 88, just keep it there, and then after next season, then he might get an upgrade if he does something special or something. But yeah, in my opinion, nothing should change. Just keep it all the same. He isn't really deserving of an upgrade, but he doesn't deserve a downgrade, if that makes sense. So now we've got Bruno Fernandes. Now, this one might be a bit questionable. You might want to say 87, but I put him to an 88. I've given him a +3 from the 85 rated card. The stats at the bottom, as you can see, they include the stats from when he was at Sporting. 48 games or 48 appearances even. I keep doing that. 25 goals, 22 assists. Now that's just phenomenal, really, isn't it? I've given him +4 pace, +3 shooting, +2 passing, +3 physical, +3 defending, and +2 dribbling. Like I said, any of them could go higher or lower. But I feel like an 88 would be pretty deserved, especially, considering the impact he's had since he's came, and he's won like 2-3 player of the months, or every player of the month since he's came here, or something ridiculous like that. I feel like the 88 would be very deserved. And yeah, so you may be thinking, well, end of the video now. You're showing a main player. No, there's one man you've got to show. One man left. Jadon Sancho. Now, I'm just going off what I've read online. The personal agreements have been confirmed or agreed even, and they're getting close to agreeing for a fee. So I thought I'd include him in here, just in case future Man United player If he doesn't join, this video is going to backfire and I'm going to look like a mug. But honestly, I feel like a +2 pretty deserved. He could even push for a +3 because he's had a phenomenal season. 46 games or appearances even. Keep doing it. 20 goals and 18 assists. So I've given him +4 pace, +6 shooting because I feel like 72 is pretty low for someone getting 20 goals. +4 passing, +2 dribbling because he's already got very high dribbling. Just +1 defending and +4 physical. Honestly though, this card would be absolutely filthy, and I personally, as a Man United fan, I hope he joins. I feel like he'd be a phenomenal signing and addition to the team. Yeah, that was the final player. Like I said, start the video. If you have any team suggestions on what you want me to sort of do with these players, put them in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of these ratings, if you agree, disagree with any. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll hopefully have another one of these come out in the next few days. So in a bit.